What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a heart's desire reading for the sign of Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, you guys are second during the zodiac lineup for group 2. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So, take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So, just in case if you're new to the channel, welcome. Capricorns, you guys, if you've been rocking on here for a minute, you should know that this is your last reading for the month of February. Okay. If you guys need a little bit more insight, a couple of places that you can go to is if you go on my channel, look at my playlist. I have a plethora of readings, so if there's some untapped energy, you can definitely, go to what you're energetically guided to. But you still do have your monthly manifestation for February, okay? And then also energy shout outs are a good place to go. If you're more of a metaphysical type person, you do meditations, things like that, you can go to the energy shout out and get some crystal of assistance along with a message of support. These last energy shout outs have been a little bit of a twist because I've added the Lover's Oracle to it just to tap into energy for those who are, concerned about love, especially during the time when I'm on vacation, like spiritual vacation. So you can check those out too if you still need a little something until March. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Again, welcome to the channel. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe so that way you can be notified the next time I do a reading for your sign. Okay? So we're going to shuffle the deck by threes. This is Mystic Mondays. We have 6 showing up twice for you here mid-shuffle. 6 of Pentacles with the 6 of Wands, okay? So within sharing and balancing finances, you get some form of a victory, Capricorn. I will say you kind of piggybacking off of Taurus just a little bit because Taurus did get 6 of Pentacles mid-read as well during during their reading. 6 of Pentacles still here with the Justice card, Libra energy. So some form of fairness, like I said, balancing the scales. Maybe you've been working on something and having to split finances up. Again, as they say, scared money don't make money. And so you've been probably investing a lot and looking for some fair deals of some sort with whatever it is you are, trying to manifest, okay, or obtain for yourself. So again, if you're struggling with a little bit of organization, things like that, definitely check out those monthly manifestations, okay? Not just for February, but going forward for the year, okay? I really dig those readings, worked really hard on revamping them, thanks to the universe, and really feel like they're real thorough readings, okay? So definitely jump in on that energy. You don't want to miss it, okay? So let's start with your heart's desire reading. 1 from the top, which is present energy for you, Capricorn. 1 directly from the bottom, which is past energy. And then 1 energetically from the middle, which my eye went directly to this one for some reason, which is for your future energy placement. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome is for this energy on this row here, okay? Then we'll go into clarifiers, all right? So let's see what's going on with you, Capricorn. These readings are meant for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? So you may be sharing your energy, Capricorn, but I think the energy is pretty set on Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? So let's see what we have for your present energy, which is the 5 of Swords, okay? 5 of Swords. I will say you guys are kind of mirroring with this one. I believe Scorpio got this same card in the same place during their heart's desire reading. So you could have Scorpio in your chart somewhere that is important to you. Okay. But with Five of Swords in the regular Rider's Waite, it describes like defeat of some sort. Okay. All these four swords are laying down while this one sword, in my opinion, is standing up straight. Okay. And so for you, you are defeating anyone around you, maybe who doubted you. Again, I'm kind of hearing the theme of rumors. Yesterday, I kid you not, the song was like playing in my head so hard. It's by Club Nouveau. It was back in like the 80s, early 90s kind of vibe. Go and look it up, okay? But it's called Rumors. And whatever you're doing, you are putting an end to them, okay? For some reason, that is what I'm feeling with this energy, all right? So defeating or shutting down some rumors that's been going on about you per se, or someone around you, okay? Let's get into this past energy for you, Capricorn. And it is your energy, the devil energy, okay? Now, if I hold this here, it's obviously looking towards this Five of Swords, okay? But once I lay it down, it's actually looking away from it. So with this Devil card, we do have some stairs that's kind of going up into this woman's subconscious in a way, all right? With the little horns in red in the back, okay? So kind of slight, emo phase kind of vibe probably for someone in the past. But possibly, with this really representing past energy, the way it's laid out in your spread right now, it feels like maybe you're having to defend yourself a little bit. Again, even though Seven of Wands is more about defending, you're probably clearing up, okay? Clearing up words that were said, possibly said by you in the past, okay? Where someone maybe misconstrued your words, okay? So maybe another Capricorn or someone with Capricorn in their chart, which could be the seventh house, okay? Again, I've stated before, if y'all hear me say seventh house a lot, I believe, and this is just my personal opinion, there are certain placements that are more important than others in the sense of how we actually are with other people. A major placement to evaluate that in is the seventh house, okay? So if someone has Capricorn in their seventh house, they could be very mischievous in a way, in the sense of possibly spreading rumors, things like that. Seventh house is based off of contracts and relationships, okay? And that means relationships primarily across the board, in love as well, how you treat it, okay? And so that is the energy of the past, all right? A sense of it may not have been you, but it could have been someone else, okay, that may have Capricorn in that chart, that causes some issues, okay? So again, and then like I said, presently you having to clean up in a way, which is usually clean up is Seven of Swords, usually if you've been watching me long enough. But with laying down these swords, I feel like you've reduced the cleanup to basically saying and defeating anything that was said about you in a negative way. Okay, so let's get into this future placement here for you Capricorns. Future energy is Three of Cups. Okay, Three of Cups, which talks about possibly reuniting. We have a heart kind of linking through all of these cups here, with emanating light, very transparent, maybe communication in the sense of reconnecting with people in a way, and some kind of communing of some sort, okay? In regards to, I guess, clearing up this energy and getting things back to normal, okay? And reconnecting with other people, okay? So with that being said, let's look at the bottom and see what the overall outcome is. And it is a Eight of Cups, okay? Eight of Cups. Now, you all know Eight of Cups usually is talking about either walking away or moving forward in some kind of way. Now, if it was the Chariot, then I would say moving forward, okay? But with this Eight of Cups, which is kind of different from your regular Rider's Waite Eight of Cups, is that this person almost looks like they're sitting um, pretty much looking at a sunset. There are four cups on either side, the left and right side of them. It could look like a table, but then it kind of looks like almost some kind of depth in a way, almost like a separation of sort. There is a King of Pentacles underneath, um, which I think is more so geared towards you guys, not so much a potential love interest of some sort. It could be, but again, getting where you fit in. I'm more so thinking of connections that you have. You know how the ground can split, even though it's not cracked here, it just seems like it's more so between either a table or something in depth. I think in depth because of the fact that this person is kind of sitting in, and you can assume that her legs are in this rectangular hole that we can't see anything in. Okay, so kind of sitting on a ledge of sorts. Okay, and so four cups on either side empty. Okay, you are possibly walking away from something. Okay, maybe a particular group of friends, possibly, that have stirred the pot a little bit. You don't have time for it. Okay, I feel like King of Pentacles is more so towards you, Capricorns, getting in your bag. Now, aside from you, Taurus had Queen of Pentacles here in their present. Okay, it's time for you. You are focused on doing that, probably leading with your masculine energy. All right, that we all have. Okay, getting to your bag. Okay, just the same as Taurus. Taurus has been more so maybe just like you, sharing a lot and getting a return of some sort. You all are in the sense of going after things, in the sense of no sharing, only focusing on yourself and making very sound decisions. Okay, possibly following your intuition a lot. Okay, and so your intuition is telling you that maybe it's time to break ties with some people with this Eight of Cups. Okay, now either you already did, and there's only a few that you can still kind of vibe with. Okay, and maybe some of them are skating on thin ice. Okay, so with that being said, Capricorns, let's go ahead and get into the clarifiers with this so we can see what's going on here. Now, we do have the Ace of Voices and the Six of Materials showing up again. Okay, so you're talking about the Ace of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, again, a sense of sharing and value financially, and possibly talking about it, maybe money that has to be spent, in the sense of investing. All right, you then have the Three of Inspiration, which would be the Three of Wands with the Ace of Voices. Okay, you've been having to explain yourself to people, which is not something that you really like to do, because, and I don't either, I don't blame you, especially if you're, grown, you can move how you want to move. But this Ace of Swords is not going anywhere right now. And then you have an awakening. Okay, maybe that is your awakening, Capricorn, and feeling like, why should you have to explain yourself to a group of people that, life is life. You've had a lot of things going on just like everybody else. Why are you having to explain yourself? Okay, you only have, and I love this saying, is like, you only have one mother, you only have one father, and you don't even answer to them. So that feels like possibly a conversation that you could be having with some people who have gotten maybe a little bit too familiar with your life. Okay, and maybe it's time to, possibly cut some people. Okay, that's this sword energy that keeps coming up. All right, so let's go one from the top, which is for this Five of Swords energy, one from the bottom, which is for the Devil energy of the past, and then one energetically from the middle. And it's pretty thick energy, but I think I'm gonna go with, and I don't want to lose where my eyes are going. I think I'm going to go with this one here for future energy of that Three of Cups. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck to clarify this Eight of Cups, all right, in a moment. So let's see what is clarifying this Five of Swords energy. And we have the Three of Pentacles, okay, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, we have three heads here kind of laying on top of each other, and this kind of like trail, if you will, of roses and a pathway of black intertwined like braided lines. Okay. I feel like Three of Pentacles, we know, is about rebuilding. Okay. And this is present energy with this Five of Swords. Again, like I said, something about words being said by someone and you having to, you know, set the record straight in a way, okay? As far as rebuilding connections, possibly, you know, whatever was said maybe tore some people apart in a way that needs to be clarified, okay? Needs to be cleared up. And so you're rebuilding connections based upon it. Whoever this person is, they really messed stuff up in the past. Like I said, if it's not you, it's someone else that took your words and twisted it, okay? And it's time for you to let that energy go, okay? And maybe you already have, maybe you did, but you keep letting that person come back in, okay? And maybe they are the ones trying to clean up, but the real has already been found out, okay? It is very messy, okay? And I don't know, my inner child, it still loves it. Frosty the Snowman, and I forgot his name, but where he's the one with the mustache, where he's like messy, messy, messy. That's what I think of when I see this right here in your present energy mixed with this devil energy of the past. So it's a lot of messy stuff going on, and you need to clean it up, Capricorn, for real, okay? So let's get into this past energy so we can clarify this devil energy, which is the Three of Emotions. Threes all day in your reading, okay? Three of Emotions means Three of Cups showing up yet again, past energy, okay? Meaning in the past, talking with some people, Missy Elliott, gossip folks, okay? Go listen to it. One of my favorites, all right? You have this woman here in this pool, three versions of herself, okay? Two different crescent moons, water pouring out of them, okay? And a golden orb or shield behind her, all right? One version of herself has her eyes closed, all right? But her hair seems very transparent and blue, blue like the water that she's in, okay? It is time to center yourself, okay? With threes coming up so much in your reading, okay? And it is very clear that it's time for you to focus on you, Capricorn, and really become a little bit more definitive and watch the company that you keep. And that was probably the energy that was going on in the past, okay? Because it was getting very mischievous and manipulative type energy, okay? So triple threes showing up, 3 and 3 and 3, that's 9. Something has, a phase in your life has to get truly ended and done. A cycle has to end, and it's possibly the cycle of gossiping, okay? And that might be the title of this one, all right? Is the cycle of gossiping needs to end, okay? That is what happened in the past, all right? Again, I don't feel like it was completely you, Capricorn. It was someone who twisted your words, okay? And there's a lesson to be learned there, okay? Now, let's go to this future energy, which is the Three of Cups, being clarified by Temperance, okay? Three of Cups, future energy, taking your time and testing people in the sense of, like I said, whoever is left out of the few that you get rid of, they're on thin ice too, okay? Because you're trying to, really have true connections with people. And so I feel like with Temperance, you are starting to realize that you're having taking time and patience, but you're testing people in future energy, okay? Tell one, and it's literally like that rumors game that we used to play in school. I'm an 80s baby, so I don't know if y'all remember, but it used to be like a line. We used to have our class line up, and one person would get told one thing. By the time it got down to the last person, it was something totally different, okay? And it was a lesson of how about active listening in a way for number one, okay? Number two, it talked about rumors. If you tell somebody something and someone changes it to something totally different, I'm not trying to, say how much of a friend are they, but you can definitely ask the question of if they were really listening, okay? You can't get in the way of anyone else who has a problem or issue with someone else that has nothing to do with you, okay? That type of sloppy connection you don't need to be part of, okay? And that's for someone, all right? Because this may be where that stems from, is somebody is not friends with someone else and they told you one thing, but you ain't heard the truth from someone else. So how can you believe the other person that told you something, okay? How much longer do you want to be involved in something like that? Because me personally, I can't be involved with people that are always gossiping, because the age-old adage goes, if someone is willing to tell you about somebody else, then what you think they saying about you to someone else, okay? That's your test in itself, all right? So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, Capricorns, to clarify this Eight of Cups. And it's the Nine of Voices, okay? Nine of Voices, which is the Nine of Swords, okay? You're in your head, all right? This is obviously keeping you up at night sometimes. Now, this person is here with their eyes closed. There's two versions. Almost like a goddess of the night kind of vibe, because there's one person that's kind of like laying in the clouds. And then they have like this almost like, looks like an orange feather, but it's, feather-like, but it's actually in a triangle, okay? And then this very tribal marking coming down her third eye to the bridge of her nose, kind of vibe here, all right? I think you're in your head, Capricorns, with this Nine of Voices is usually what Nine of Swords means in regards to who is really on your team and who's not, okay? You have to determine what true friendship is in your books, okay? And see not only if other people's meet that criteria, but do you meet that standard for yourself, okay? Because again, you have other things to worry about, and the last thing you need is shady ass people around you, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the Heart's Oracle here, where we ask the question, what's to come of the final decision for Capricorn, okay? What is the final, what's to come for the final decision? See how I just changed that? I'm just saying, it's the same thing. I'm asking Spirit the same question, but just in a different way, okay? And that's probably where you're at right now, all right? That would be you tapping into the water sign energy of Cancer, because they definitely been on that lately, testing people's in a way by asking them or phrasing questions in a different way. I feel like I know I shuffled probably by 3 times, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle again just to protect your energy, Capricorn, because that's something you definitely need to work on as well. Because nobody, after a certain age, you get tired of drama. And if the drama, and maybe not even by age, but if things are continuously happening in a certain way, it may be time for you to figure out either how to remove yourself or to disconnect from certain people, okay, for that reason. And you can feed them with a long handled spoon until eventually they kind of drop off, okay? So spread your wings, number 2, okay? 2, focus on what it is that you want, not what you don't want. This is what the month of February is for, okay? Again, as I've stated, as a little highlight to your monthly manifestation for everyone, this is the month to determine what it is that you truly want, okay? This spread your wings kind of reminds me of the 2 of wands in the sense of trying to figure out where you want to go, all right? There is this pathway here that this person is on leading up to the divine, all right, with a key pinpoint on this pathway that is a path of possible enlightenment, in my opinion, all right? But it's time for you to spread your wings and actually figure out what it is that you want moving forward, all right? So we're going to go into the book here so we can get your messages. I'm going to go to page 139. You do have open up underneath, okay? So if you've been biting your tongue a little bit, I think someone pressures you enough to finally say something, okay? To set the record straight with this 5 of Swords. So it says, spread your wings, expansion, freedom, confinement, decision. Energies of expansion are around you now, and because of this, you may be feeling restless and uncertain. Your mind and soul are ready to soar, but you feel confined by certain relationships or certain aspects of them. Although they may be comfortable and feel safe, it's possible they don't quite fulfill your needs. Even the desire to be in a relationship can be restricting because it becomes your focus and you forget to live your life to the fullest. Okay? Sometimes when you think you have all that you could ever want, you realize that you now want something else. Perhaps a relationship has grown a little too restricting, or it's not exciting enough. Or maybe it no longer meets your needs as you've evolved and changed. What will it take to allow you to feel unrestrained and joyful? Listen to your heart. What do you really want? Remember to make any needed changes with love and compassion, okay? Make any needed changes with love and compassion, okay? Speak your mind. Do not, don't be so sharp with it. Again, you can be very compassionate about getting your message across, even if this also pertains to a particular relationship, but I feel like it pertains to friendships, okay? So if you were looking for something a little bit more tied to love because of the All My Love reading, you may need to go into your old energy and go on my playlist and look through some of those, okay? Versus, because I know when I did the All My Loves, between the All My Loves or your Right Here and Nows, I told you guys to probably peek in on this Heart's Desire reading. So it's just all depending on your energy. But right now, this feels like friendships, okay? So we're going to get into the power of surrender here to wrap up your reading, Capricorns. Asking for a message of support from Divine for Capricorn. Asking for a message of support for Capricorn. Okay. One last shuffle here before we go to the bottom of the deck. Message of support for Capricorn. And there we go to the bottom of the deck. We have surrender your addictions. Surrender your addictions, okay? So before I read the message at the bottom, my automatic feeling or thought as this comes up is if you are addicted to having friendships that are tied by rumors or by gossip, that is still an addiction, okay? As far as caring about social status, of knowing little things about people that tend to get you closer or keep a connection tied in a way. But again, like I said, if that is you, Capricorn, all right, that could be a past version of you, and you finally have learned that and you've grown from it, okay, which is great, all right. I love to see y'all's energy grow, all right, because y'all have came a long way since I started doing these readings, all right. So if you've been part of this collective, I am truly proud of you, Capricorn. So if you are like, I already did all of that, then this ain't for you. Okay, this ain't about you. This is about someone else. Okay, pass it. All right. But for those of you that it does fit, or to someone who's around you that is a Capricorn, possibly, like I said, if you're not a sun, moon, or rising in Capricorn, then your placement is somewhere else deeper uh, in your birth chart with Capricorn in it. That could be a little meddlesome. And gossip is an addiction, okay? That's why I don't watch, I don't really watch reality TV shows. I see the trailers for them and I can't. I've lived enough to know enough. So for me personally, I can't watch them. But even that is an addiction, okay? But nonetheless, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives, okay? Replace it with healthier alternatives. That means healthier people, okay? Instead of being around people that talk about other people, how about being around people that actually want to uplift people, okay? In the sense of motivating others to obtain their goals, not, condemn them or judge them or demean them because they're doing X, Y, and Z. That's their life. Worry about you, okay? And vice versa when it comes to those people, okay? I'm just keeping it real here, okay? Again, whatever you gossip around about somebody else, who's to say they're not talking about you, okay? In the sense of, well, so and so said you need to do this, okay? As soon as that comes out, guess what happens? Someone can take that information the wrong way and come at you and ask you, why did you talk about me? I heard you talking about me. Next thing you know, you fighting somebody outside for no reason, okay? Because of gossip, okay? And maybe somebody said what you said in the wrong way, or said that you said what they said and made it seem like you said it, okay? Hope you can keep up with that, because that took me a minute to get that out. Okay, made my head hurt, all right, just thinking about it. So clear up this energy, Capricorn, in the sense of maybe this is the last thing that you need to clean up because everything else in your life is decent at this time. But it's hard. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's easy to walk away from people that you have befriended for years. But when you start elevating yourself in a way that it means you are working and moving on a different frequency than them. If you find yourself having more morals and values now and you want to reshape your life in a better way and have less headaches and less stress, and you are starting to realize that people are tied to it, it's time to put yourself in isolation like Virgo does from time to time and actually figure out the connections that you truly want to keep ties to, okay? And who needs to go. Slowly but surely with love and compassion, okay? So with that being said, Capricorns, that's all that I have for you guys for the month of February. Again, check out your monthly manifestations if you need assistance in the sense of keeping yourself motivated throughout the year. Those readings are every month, hopefully before the new moon. So you can check those out, or you can go on my playlist, get energetically guided to whatever you need until your next reading. So until then, peace.